What's this crap?
Was a superhero kid of 1985. I showed no mercy. I was always Cobra Kai, but I caught a crane kick to the face.
It's finally come down to it. Halloween's getting closer, and why not rank one of my favorite people that I dressed up for many multiple occasions on Halloween? Yes, if you look through my Twitter, there is cosplay of me dressed as Joker on Halloween. Don't judge me! I have an unhealthy obsession with Joker. I love the Joker. Now, I'm going to rank Joker from worst to best, the actors who portray him. Now, keep in mind, I'm not doing the Lego Movie Joker, or I'm not going to do stuff like that, like the animated series versions or video games, just theatrical releases of actors that played the Joker through a theatrical release. So, let's get things started, and let's start ranking this shit. Let's go! Joker from worst to best, let's hit it!
Hey, Paul! Ah!
Well, you already knew in the worst case that Jared Leto was going to end up in the worst box possible. And yeah, there's no denying it. He is probably one of the worst Jokers ever. But to his credit, I will say his acting wasn't bad. I really enjoyed his acting here. Just on a more note of trying to play Joker seriously, I don't think he's awful. But it's just this Joker's design. The fact that they gave him fucking metal teeth, and then on top of that, look at the way they dress him throughout the series. This is not a way the Joker dresses. The Joker is known for his badass fucking purple suit, his yellow rotting teeth, especially in the animated series and comics, and that's all he really needs. Why does he look like a dude that would smash your lights out on your car if you parked in his parking spot? He looks like a dude that just thinks that he could do Axe commercials. I don't like the design. But however, I'm going to give Jared Leto one good piece here. His acting wasn't terrible. In fact, I like the relationship that he and Harley had throughout Suicide Squad. It was pretty nice. They work well off one another. It's just, this design is fucking stupid as hell. I mean, just look at it. It's really fucking ridiculous. Especially where he's got all these fucking stupid ass tattoos on him. It's just bad. But, like I said, performance-wise, not terrible. Not the worst thing in the world. He could have done better, but hey, who's complaining too much? Suicide Squad sucks, either way it works out. And here comes the haters in my comment box saying I'm sexist because I don't like Suicide Squad. But I don't care. The movie sucked. Deal with it. Let's move on. We can't forget the one and only classic Joker himself, Cesar Romero. And I love this dude. It's like an evil version of Ronald McDonald. And the reason I put Poppy from the Proud Family is because his design and the laugh is definitely based off Cesar Romero's Joker. I just like the campy silliness. There is no real evil in this Joker. He's just some guy that likes to rob banks and shit and tell jokes. That's it. That's about his character. There's nothing really special about him here. He's not terrible, though. I mean, if you are in a campy, craptastic mood, then I would definitely recommend just putting your feet up and watching the 60s Batman. All the episodes with Cesar Romero is great, but like I said theatrical. There is a theatrical movie of the Batman movie from the 1960s. And did I like it? Yeah, I did. It always had some of the best Adam West Batman jokes ever. Some days you can't get rid of a bomb, all that fun shit. It's a good movie. It's fun, and hell, even the shark scene is great in it too. A plastic fucking shark. It's a craptastic film, and Cesar Romero teams up with the other villains throughout it. It's still pretty fun. I always liked his portrayal of Joker, and he will always be an iconic piece of Joker to me. Anyhow, let's move on to the next Joker.
My shiny metal ass.
It doesn't look so shiny to me.
Shinier than yours, meatbag.
Okay, this list would be incomplete if I didn't mention how awesome of a performance John DiMaggio did. and I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know if I did, but oh well. His Joker is kind of a different take. It's similar to Mark Hamill's in a way, and for a while I thought it was Mark Hamill's. But no, it's not. He can play Joker in a very different and more threatening way. He gives a more sadistic touch to Joker's personality. I do love the graveliness in his voice, and I like how deep and threatening he can make it sound. He can easily sound like a sadist pretty damn quick, too. I've got to say, it actually kind of blew my mind on how good his performance was. The scene where he beats Robin to death with a crowbar, it fucking blew me away. I couldn't believe that, and I just was so surprised. DiMaggio was a really good fit for Joker, and easily one of my favorites. He does sound similar to Hamill, like I said, but still, he does his own thing. He's pretty damn cool in my book. So, yeah, he gets a pass. And this is probably one of the first times I put one of the animated Jokers on the list. So, yep, you get ready for some more animated Jokers because the list is going to keep going on from here. But however, DiMaggio is known for voicing some pretty good characters, from this Adventure Time role to Futurama, hell, to even Waka from Final Fantasy X. He's a great voice actor, and Joker definitely deserves to be under his belt. Let's move on.
Oh boy, this does not look good, does it?
Next is Jason Spizak. I don't know if I pronounced that right or not, but I really like his Joker. His is pretty interesting, and it's kind of a unique take on it too. I don't know, I just like some of the scenes with him in it. I don't have a whole lot to say about it, but he does do things differently, and I've got to say, the performance that he gave was pretty excellent in my book. So, yeah, I honestly don't have a whole lot to say about this Joker. He's not groundbreaking by any means, and you're probably surprised that I ranked him just a little higher than DiMaggio, but he did leave sort of an impact on me through this movie. However, he's worthy of this higher up spot. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on.
Naturally, you'll need the necessary application for authorization.
Okay, I'm kind of cheating here. I actually love this actor a lot, Kevin Pollak, so he's been in a lot of stuff, but I really like the voice performance that he gave Joker in the movie here. Especially the death scene that fucking Superman gives him. Oh my god, it's fucking epic! And I think he just portrayed Joker excellently. Though he does have more of an accent when he's playing Joker, I don't know, just something about it works. He does something a lot differently than the other actors, and that's why he's higher up on the list. But that death scene alone was handled so freaking well in this movie that it just blows my fucking mind. I can't really say much about it. I mean, I'm just going on about basically one scene, but that scene really freaking impacted me, and it still does. I remember watching it, when I first watched it, I was just blown away. The gore and everything just hit perfectly to a T. Ah, man. And this is only a voice performance. He is just giving it his all in this one freaking scene. And I sound like a fanboy going on about it. And this guy is normally a comedic voice actor. He normally does comedies like Wayne's World, Grumpy Old Men, you name it, he's done it. But in this movie, he just took Joker seriously and put him on a better level than the others on the list could. I kind of like that when they get a comedic actor to play Joker, and then he takes it real seriously. I love that. And that's not going to be a stranger that's on this list. Let's move on.
Excalibur, Excalibur, from the United Kingdom.
What can I say about Troy Baker other than it's fucking Excalibur? I mean, come on. Any of you guys that are anime buffs that actually watch my Friday videos probably know that I'm an anime buff. I like anime like Soul Eater and etc. Troy Baker is a very well accomplished voice actor, and he did such a good job playing Joker. He's one of my favorites in general Jokers because, well, he's great. He's fantastic. But, and here's the but, He sounds very similar to Mark Hamill. It's very hard to tell the two differently. The only way you could really tell is if you have a keen ear. So it sounds more like he's doing an imitation of Mark Hamill, but with a younger voice. But I don't slam Troy Baker in any way. He freaking nailed this role. I mean, hell with it. They don't keep casting him for no reason. But he's doing something that was done before. And that's about it. There's nothing super original in this. But still, I give it its pointers that it's a pretty good role. I enjoy it on a great level, and it deserves this spot to where it's at. Let's move on to the next Joker.
You were special, John. But I wasn't.
When it comes to other voices for Joker, theatrical term that is not Mark Hamill, I'm gonna go with Michael Emerson. Michael Emerson was able to portray the character in a very threatening way. His voice really kind of fit. At first, when I watched The Dark Knight Returns, parts 1 and 2, at first I didn't really like this performance, but then I rewatched it again, went in with an open mind, and my entire I hate anyone that's not Mark Hamill boner finally went away, and yeah, Michael Emerson just completely owned this role. How he could dive deep into the character voice-wise is just incredible. It goes from being calm, cool, collected, to being straight-out psychotic. I mean, this is Ben Linus from Lost, so what do you expect from it anyway? But damn, he is able just to capture the Joker on several levels. He doesn't even need to laugh all that much, and when he does, it's fucking terrifying. He can captivate an entire audience alone. He kills easily without any hesitation. He is a monster. And he's portrayed by a guy who's played a lot of villains before in the past. Benjamin Linus, I've went on my Lost video before, is one of my favorite villains of all time. So I think it's very fitting that Benjamin Linus now goes to play the Joker. A very manipulative voice of Joker that likes to challenge Batman more mentally and psychotically than anyone else ever has. He's able to get more into Batman's head and fuck with his head the most. I love this portrayal, and this is as far as Batman went to actually fucking kill Joker. He really was ready to kill his ass here, and it just worked on so much level. Michael Emerson put a lot of thought and power into this role, and I just love his performance for it. Out of anyone that's not Mark Hamill that voices Joker, I would pick him out of anyone. More so than anyone else on this list, he was very fitting for Joker, because he gave Joker an entire new edge. It wasn't the fact that he was, well, you know, oh, he's laughing, ha ha ha, it's Mark Hamill, or Mark Hamill imitation, or somebody trying to capture whatever Mark Hamill did. No. He went and did his own thing, and it just paid off perfectly. Definitely love Michael Emerson's performance here. It is a very chilling performance. Now, let's move on, shall we? Speaking of chilling performances, how can I go and talk about Joker without talking about Joaquin Phoenix? When I first looked at this film, I thought Joaquin was going to fail miserably because it looked like he was trying to be a discount Diet Cola version of Heath Ledger's Joker. And thank God I was completely 100% wrong. This is not just any Joker. This is a guy that is suffering from a complete mental illness, and he made you question Joker in a certain way, and it was just amazing. And honestly, I can't believe that the people behind the movie The Hangover directed this movie. It just blows me away on how fucking good it actually is. Oh my god. This movie is nearly a near masterpiece and one of the best portrayals of Joker since 2008. I just couldn't believe it. It took 11 years for us to get a great live-action Joker again. And finally, we got him. He was perfection. It was almost like he captured Joker in an entire new way. And Joaquin Phoenix is just a great actor in general. He's known for playing some villains, good guys. Hell, he's even walked the line before. I couldn't believe what I saw when I saw this character unfold on screen. It's just like, it's really hard to explain. It's very unsettling. I don't see Joaquin Phoenix in this role at all. I don't see an actor. I see somebody with a severe mental illness portraying Joker and going more into the line of insanity than he ever did before. He just pushed boundaries. It was incredible. I haven't seen a performance this good, like I said, since 2008. Speaking of which...
Have you been to Mexico, Jack Twist? Huh? Because I hear what they got in Mexico for boys like you.
Well, talk about Joker perfection, or talking about pushing the envelope and changing everything you knew about a character and making it completely 100% your own, by your own doing. That's Heath Ledger in a nutshell. An incredible Joker, and without a doubt, one of the greatest live-action portrayals of Joker that the world has ever seen. He broke ground. No, he broke all sorts of things. He gave us so much detail to the character's inner psychosis, making him so much. And I love every single scene that he's in. Heath Ledger's Joker just steals the entire movie. You can normally not do that with a villain or a side villain or whatever. He just broke all sorts of new ground and looked at the different ways to portray Joker. This is at the point where Joker was no more a clown. He wasn't any longer a clown. He was a man with a complete disorder of all sorts of unfortunate events that we don't know. He had so much psychological issues and so much death, yet we know nothing, absolutely nothing about his true backstory. What is Joker? What is he? Why does he do what he does? And you find out it's to spread anarchy and chaos. That's his entire reason for existence. And I've just got to say, it's just amazing. An actor can do a lot with a performance, and Heath Ledger's just did so much. He not only just played the Joker, he became the Joker. And he started a trend for villains in a complete new way. And it's just so heartbreaking to know that he lost his life and he never got to see the fruit of his labor in advance. I can't even describe and put into words on how amazing of a performance this is. This is more than just a laughing clown, a Joker. This guy is some kind of evil, and that's what I think he is. But yet, maybe he isn't evil. Maybe he is right about Batman and corruption and everything else. Because once he put his plan into action in The Dark Knight Rises, there really is no crime for many years down the road. Batman quit being Batman, Harvey Dent was corrupted, and there was no crime. So maybe he had a point to doing all that he was doing. Maybe Batman was the reason that the corruption still stood around. And after Batman had left, there was peace. It's kind of interesting on the philosophy of this Joker character. He just seems so excellent. And the portrayal, the acting, the look even. It's a simple look. I mean, just long hair, some makeup thrown on. But there's so much more to it. You find out it's actually war paint. You see it's a way to intimidate other people in the room. And he does such a well job of intimidation and just taking control of a situation just like that. And I'm just going on and on and on about the portrayal, but I really do mean that. His portrayal of the Joker was damn near perfect. He did something that no other actor could do, was make it his own. And he didn't follow the comic books exactly, he didn't follow the animated series, but he became something that we couldn't top. I really enjoy it, and this is the only movie that I revisit out of the Nolan trilogy, because, well, the other villains kind of are just one-note characters. Well, Joker had so much, yet gave us such little backstory. It was perfect, and he's worthy of this spot. There are 2 more ahead of him, and you guys probably aren't going to be shocked about the other 2.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
And you know as well as I do, Mark Hamill has to get near the top of the list, because it's fucking Mark Hamill. The guy lived to play the Joker. What's ironic is you find out later on that Tim Curry was going to play this version of the Joker, and they did not like his voice portrayal, and you see what happened. Mark Hamill got the job. I just love Mark Hamill's essence that he puts into the character. He can never get away from playing the Joker. There will always be 2 roles that people will know him as. 1, Luke Skywalker. 2, the Joker. And personally, I prefer the Joker way more so than I do Luke Skywalker. His voice was excellent, and out of all voice portrayals, Mark Hamill happens to be the best of the best, giving Joker a threatening voice, but yet can make him sound unthreatening and happy and unintimidating and like you're his best buddy. And then on a dime, he could flip it over and sound extremely threatening, like he's going to beat the living shit out of you no matter what you do, because it's fucking psychotic. He captures the insane element to the Joker, the silly elements to the Joker, the threatening elements to the Joker. There is no end to it. There was a reason that this man was called back to play in The Killing Joke, because he is, in so many ways, the ultimate Joker to us all. And I can't argue. He is one of the ultimate Jokers. I, for many years, believed that he was the only one who could voice the Joker, but obviously there were other people that I finally opened up to, and you see I put him on the list. But his Joker just rings of perfection. Everything, even when he's not playing him in the animated series, when he's playing him in The Killing Joke, he does a great job. The guy is almost iconic. His voice is iconic. Now, I'm going to say this. Look through the comic books. Read through the comic books. You won't hear Heath Ledger's voice. You won't hear the other actor's voice. The voice that you will automatically hear right away is Mark Hamill's. He became the face of the character. And doing that by just his voice is incredible. It's an incredible, amazing performance, and one that I highly recommend anyone check out. If I'm trying to get anyone into Batman the series, I will show them The Mask of the Phantasm, because this is literally one of his best roles ever. And I will show them the good scenes to The Killing Joke. Everything about this Joker works. There is no fault to him. And yet, he's not on the top of the list. Now, a lot of people are probably going to leave some nasty comments on who I think the best Joker is. But remember to hear me out after this. It's my opinion, it's my decision, and it's my list. If you guys don't like it, make your own list and I'll comment on it and tell you what I think. But here it is. The best Joker in my opinion. Let's go.
Here's Johnny!
I know. I went on about, well, let's talk about how original Heath Ledger's Joker was, how Mark Hamill later went and defined the character, how goofy Cesar Romero's Joker is, and I'm putting Jack Nicholson at the best? What the hell's wrong with me? Well, let's look at it from this point of view, which I know this is going to be true too. But without Jack's version of Joker, we wouldn't have Mark Hamill's Joker. We wouldn't have Heath Ledger's Joker. Jack followed the character and then added his poor sense of humor into it as well. And it just worked. This is Jack playing himself, playing the Joker. And to me, you can't get any more Jokery than that. Jack was the Joker, nearly playing this character his entire life. From One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest to As Good as It Gets to God knows what, even beforehand, the guy was always playing the insanity. And I really think you have to pick somebody that's actually fucking insane to portray the Joker. And Jack, he got it. He got it. He brought us so much awesomeness here. Everything that he does just kind of works in a level that the other Jokers really couldn't follow. In fact, I noticed that a lot of Jokers try to get into the trend that Jack portrayed as. To me, he is always going to be the king of the live-action Jokers, and Mark Hamill will be the king of the voiceover animated Jokers. That's just how I rate them. Jack, I just like a little more. Something about his charisma, his character just works so much better to me. Anyway, yeah, he is following the comics, but he's also doing his own spin too. And honestly, I don't think anyone could ever top Jack, in my opinion. He went and took Cesar Romero's Joker and twisted it to his own little personal delight, making his Joker a complete asshole, but yet a fun asshole. One that you just love to be around. There's just so much chaos to him. I just love the fact that he claims to be the first homicidal artist maniac, and he just has so much charisma there. First, you can't stop smiling at the guy. How can you not laugh at a guy with a permanent smile on his face? Hell, even when he's not wearing the Joker makeup, he is fucking terrific. He played the role to a T. Without him, we would not have the animated series Joker, and that's what I'm going to stand by. We wouldn't have a lot of the Batman characters that we got if it wasn't for Tim Burton's movies. I mean, the animated series borrows heavily from Burton and Schumacher a lot, but still, we got so much kick-ass stuff going on here. I just love how his Joker is sarcastic. He's a dick. He's a douche. He thinks he can have any woman in the world that he wants. He fucking weirdly hits on Vicky Vale, and he just fucks around the whole time. I mean, the guy puts on the glasses and says, "You would hit a guy with glasses, would you?" And you could just tell Nicholson is just having a ball playing Joker. Leading up to the character from the beginning, even before he becomes Joker, until the character's eventual death, Nicholson just nailed the role. There's only one thing that I think that the other Jokers do a little better than him, and this is kind of a minor complaint, is that I hate the fact that they had his Joker be the one that killed Batman's parents. But that's a very small thing. Him and Batman, clashes, their hero-villain dynamic just works. And the way that they meet up with each other throughout the movie is fantastic too. It's first you've got Jack and Batman, then you've got Joker and Bruce, then it comes back to young Bruce, and then young Jack. Every hero combination you could do with all the characters are all there. It's just an excellently well done movie, and as much as I love Batman Returns, I still have a huge soft spot for this movie from the 1989, and I'm sticking to it. Jack is my favorite Joker of all time, and no one will ever top the king of the Jokers. And honestly, that's my list, my Joker rankings. Now, I know I missed a lot with video games, Lego Batman, and stuff like that, and I really didn't feel like touching on those, but still, I enjoyed this list. I enjoyed it to a great effect, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Always remember, I'm listening.